Hello everyone, I'm Masato. Welcome to my channel. This is the first video of how to get a job in the US series. And since this is a very first video, let me talk a little bit about why I'm doing this and to whom I'm doing it. To whom? So I'm doing this for the people who are looking for a job in the US, especially after finishing school like I did. And why? So I receive a lot of messages online and they're asking for advice and some help, but it is a bit hard for me to answer all of them. So I decided to put my experience and knowledge together in this YouTube video so that you can watch this anytime. Good? I put a lot of time and effort to make this YouTube series, and I believe this will be a great help for your job search. So I hope you enjoy it, and please watch this until the last if you want a job, okay? Since this is the first video, let me explain about this video series. This series consists of 7 videos and I want to explain what we will cover in each video. First, we will talk about know what you want. This is the very first but most important topic because without knowing where you want to go, we cannot start. I will explain why it's important and how to find this out. Second, we will cover know what you need. After understanding what you want, you need to know what you need. In other words, what companies want you to have. Maybe this is very interesting part for many of you. I'll help you to find the key skills to work on. Thirdly, we will talk about prepare for it. After knowing what you want and what you need to work on, it's time to start preparing for it. In this chapter, I will teach you 4 important things you need to prepare for. This is going to be the core part of this series, so don't miss it. Fourth, we will cover know your strategy. There are many ways to land on your dream job. I'll show you your options and explain how it works. And in the 5th video, we will cover apply part. There are many ways to apply for jobs, but some of them have very good chance to succeed, but some of them don't. I will show you what is the best way to apply for jobs with some statistics. 6. I'll talk about crack the interview part. Preparing for your interview is always hard, especially when you are looking for the first job in the US. But I'll teach you how it works and how to prepare for it, with some tips. Lastly, I will talk about if you get an offer. If you have made this far, you deserve the reward. I will explain what you need to do and how to negotiate your salary. Do you feel excited? So let's move on to the first chapter of this series. We will talk about chapter 1, know what you want today. First of all, why it's important to know what you want. There are 3 main reasons: to make the effort for the right direction, to make the best decision, and to get the help from other people. Now I will explain each of them individually. Firstly, to make effort for the right direction. Everyone's goal is different, so what you have to do is different too. If you don't know where you want to go, you may be making effort for wrong direction. Here are some examples. You dream to be a boxer, you work out hard, and you become a boxer. Looks okay, right? But if you don't know what you want to be, you made effort for nothing and you become nothing. Many people fall onto this situation. They are working really hard, but they don't know what they really want to be. Many people come to ask me, what should I do to get that job? My first answer is always, it depends. What you want to be? Do you want to be a data scientist, graphic designer, manager, etc. Okay? So you have to be specific and know what you want before you start making effort. Okay? Let's move on to second one. To make the best decision. Knowing what you want helps to make the best decision. You will encounter with a lot of choices when you are looking for a job, but you need to know what makes you happy. For example, company A pays really high salary but has very stressful workspace. On the other hand, company B pays just okay, but work-life balance is amazing. Which one makes you happier? There isn't definite answer because it all depends on the person, but if you don't know what you want, you may work hard to get that job and end up being unhappy, which I don't want you to do. So, knowing what you want is important to make the best decision for you, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Lastly, you need to know what you want to get help from other people. This is most important because it's very common that people around you ask you questions like, what you want to be? And in many cases, they want to help you. They may want to introduce their friends or tell you about a great course to take. But if you just say, I don't know, they don't know what they can do for you. But if you are clear about what you want, it's easier for them to help you and they may say, oh, I know someone who's looking for people like you. Or, oh, there's a really great online class I took. You should do it to get a job, etc., etc. So you have to know what you want to get help from other people. Do you get it? So, to know what you really want to do, let's do an activity. Here is the what I want list I created. By filling this sheet, you can visualize what you want and keep it for your review. You can access to the template of this sheet from the link in the description. So please check it out. So in the left side of this sheet, there are things you may want. We have things like position or pay. And in the second and third column, I want you to fill your short answer and why. Let's look through this example sheet. Here on the top, you have a position. You can write any job positions such as project manager or data scientist. You can write many and reasons for it. Secondly, we have pay. You can give dollar amount like 100K or statement like enough to buy new Tesla car in 2 years or whatever. Thirdly, company size. Do you want to work for startup or corporate? You can always say, I don't mind. Next, industry. Do you want to work for tech, education, or health company? Or you can mention anything. Next, dream company. Do you have any company you dream to work for? You can say Google or Amazon or anything. In the next page, location. Do you want to work in California, New York, Europe, Japan, or maybe from North Pole? Write wherever you want to work in. Next, work-life balance. You don't want overtime, you want a long vacation, you don't care because you like working, describe it here. Next, remote work. This is going to be a common option after pandemic. Do you like going to office or prefer working from home? You have the option. And how long? 1 year, 5 years, as long as your visa lasts. You can describe in the way you want. And lastly, other thing. This is for anything which didn't belong to any of the categories above, such as I want to work for environmentally friendly company because I want to save the planet, something like that. It's fine to leave it blank if you don't think of anything. And after you are done with everything, I want you to choose 3 most important things in the list, because achieving all of them from the beginning is very hard, but you can start working on from the important things for you. And let's look at my real example when I was looking for the first job. I wanted to be a data scientist because I like stats and data, but I was also looking for data analyst job because I wasn't technical enough. Pay, I actually didn't care about it. Making good money wasn't what I was aiming for. Why? What's most important for me was to enjoy what I'm doing, so money wasn't that important. Thirdly, company size. I wanted to work for not necessarily a big but a famous company. Why? It was just because my relatives were too annoying. They kept telling me, "What are you doing in America? You should get a job soon, blah 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 blah." And it was too annoying. And I wanted to shut them up, so I wanted to work for a famous company to shut them up. And industry, I wanted to go for tech. This was simply because my dream company was in tech, also because tech companies have a lot of data to work with for data scientists. And dream company, I wanted to work for a specific company. Actually, there was only one company I wanted to work for in the world because I loved their products. I wanted to contribute to them. And location, I didn't want to go back to Japan, so I wanted to stay in the US. Why? I hated a lot of things about Japanese working culture, like 年功序列、先輩後輩、飲み会, blah 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 blah. And work-life balance. This wasn't too big concern. I like working hard, but it's nice to have some extra time because I can spend time on my hobbies like traveling. And how long? I wanted to work at least 5 years. And why? Because I had no intention to go back to Japan, so I needed a long-term employment. Remote work? Actually, this wasn't an option when I was looking for a job, but if I choose now, it would be good to have a remote work option because I want to travel around when pandemic ends. And I didn't have other things I want, but if you have any, please write it here. And finally, I chose these three as most important things: position, location, and dream company. If I give ranking, I would say location was most important because I really didn't go back to Japan. I was thinking I may even die if I have to go back to Japan. And second was position because I wanted to be a data scientist, and lastly I wanted to join my dream company. Those are things I really wanted, but you should have different priority, so please pick yours as well. Okay, this is end of the activity. So let's recap what we talked about today. The main topic was it is important to know what you want, and you should make it clear by creating what I want list. And why we make this list? First, to make effort for the right direction. And second, to make the best decision. And third, to get help from other people. Again, you can access the template of this list from the link in the description. Congratulations! This is end of the chapter 1. In the next video, we will learn how to analyze what you need based on the things you learned today. So please fill what you want list and stay tuned for the next time. Bye bye!